back in the early days of me teaching the course, I felt like Santa Claus, because you want to see, kids, I'm not much into Christmas and that kind of stuff, but, kids get happy and they get the presents and shit like that. They're all slappy happy, right? Well, that pales in complexion when you start handing out 20, 50, 100, 200 grand to adults. I mean, those kids, they look like they're dead compared to animation. Till you start handing out adults that nobody ever handed them 50 grand before, or 200 grand, or 25 grand. And you can buy, and it sounds ugly, but you can buy happiness and goodwill. You just can. And that's why I say, if you don't think you can buy happiness with money, you don't know where the fuck to shop. And then you can go and do good and save the world and the rainforest. And another thing, even though Sally and I are one of the only living teams that have been to the North and South Pole, we've also one of the only teams that have been to the fucking rainforest. All these other people flapping their lips about the rainforest, they've never been to the rainforest, where the goddamn mosquitoes can pick up babies. I mean, who wants to save the goddamn rainforest? I mean, anyway, but don't worry, the world won't be here.
Second question,
was
I don't know if you still keep in contact with your first mentees.
Oh, absolutely. Bruce Whipple, one of my first from 1993. He and I are still in business together. Bruce the Whipple. Bruce is going to be the master of ceremony at my January 18th one-day deal in London. Yeah, I still keep in track. Yeah.
Okay, and with that group, what size deals are those guys doing?
Those guys were doing bigger deals.
Give me a number.
$2 million to $2 billion. Because you're spineless twats now. I wish I could, if I was one of the gurus, I'd tell you a lie right now. But I'm not one of those guys. You don't have the balls. I was asked at the Harvard Club in 1993, Mr. Peña, what would you attribute, a long-winded fucking question at the end, what would you attribute your success to, balls or brains? I'm thinking about that's kind of fucking insulting. The Harvard Club and all these. I said 50-50. 50% balls, 50% brains. Really 90-10. 90% balls, 10% brains. Really 99, for the people that know me, 99-1. But and it was harder to do deals then because the interest rates were so damn high. And it was harder to find motivated sellers because you couldn't pay them the shit that they wanted. But, as Bruce would say, and he's watching this probably, shoe leather. I mean, it wasn't unusual to have, when your weekly reports and you do them, and you had 6 meetings in a month. And Bruce and I would have 6 meetings in a day. And Bruce was an engineer, so it was even harder for him to get through the engineering. But and now it's easier. It's flat, easy. And you've seen different personalities, from a kid, 2 kids, to adults, to an old adult, not old to me, but old adult. And a couple of them have they're challenged by their ability to speak English, being kind, and they still somehow get it done. Now, for those of you that English is your first language, for those of you in the room that have some sales skills, for those of you in the room you don't look like fucking Cyclops, or the Hunchback of Notre Dame. For those of you, you go up on the scale of being what you're able to do, But we've even had fucking Quasimodo do fucking deals, The bill, We've had Quasimodo. I mean, Forrest Gump. I mean, none of these guys. I often wonder, when the other guys, they look at you and they know that you're going to fail, mainly because the system they're giving you doesn't work. But I mean, but this system flat works. It just works. And the longer that we put it into out there, the more kids that are doing it. The more kids that are doing it. Any other, who's my 5:30? Okay, young lady, 6. Okay, young man, 6:30. Okay, young man. The only thing we're going to, I gave you the thing about dress. I gave you the thing about the charlatans. I just want you to be cognizant of those. And the third thing I gave you was Chinese lady. 26 years, never day off. 26 years and never day off. Richest woman in China. I don't know. But we got no Cyclopses in here. Maybe we're close to a couple of Quasimodos, but I mean, we got no Cyclopses. Okay. Any other questions? We eat in here tonight. Tonight is steak night. Somebody should have asked you what kind of steak you want for those, right? Shekels, you're not having a steak.
No, actually I have like a kosher steak.
A kosher?
Yeah, exactly.
They're lying to you. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get in trouble for this. We give the Muslims non-halal and we give the Jews non-kosher. Okay? We keep it in the fridge and we just switch it around. Okay? And I'm sure some asshole's going to give me some heat about that. If that's no other questions, then I will see my 5:30 in 15. Oh, yeah, you collected it. Did you pass it in? No. Tonight's homework is that article, the 26 Chinese lady, never took a day off, and the movie tonight.
You want to write up on that?
Yes, yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.